Good evening. It was a scary afternoon for some people in Columbia City. A chemical fire at C&R Plating caused evacuations of more than 50 homes and a dozen businesses. The fire broke out around 1 o'clock. Officials think condensation from the roof dripped into the chemical and the reaction ignited. But there was some confusion about what exactly the chemical was. At first, firefighters were told it was hydrosulfide, but when the fire would not go out, they learned it was actually hydrosulfide F. That's a small difference in the name, but it means a huge change in how you put the fire out.
One chemical that you can treat with a little bit of water, there's another chemical that you can put the top on, and basically without air it dies. And it seems to be that the one that you need to put lots of water on is what happened. And so when we tried to cut off the air, it didn't work as well.
One worker went to a hospital after breathing the chemical fumes. A few police officers and firefighters also needed treatment after the fumes caused a reaction on their skin. The fallout from the fire also created one hot afternoon for other people in Columbia City. Leaders told dozens of people to stay indoors with their windows closed and to shut off their air conditioners. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth talked to people who had to deal with sweltering heat this afternoon, and Randy joins us now with more. Randy?
Mark, about 40 homes were affected by this, and officials put the ban in place to keep people from inhaling that hazardous chemical based on the direction the wind was carrying it. While the ban didn't last long, some were prepared for the ban to last throughout the night.
I was kind of concerned because I didn't know how long it would be off. So it's pretty hot outside. Not a fun day to have your air conditioner off.
With the temperature in the 90s and a heat index in the triple digits, the chemical fire at C&R Plating left some people stuck in their homes without air conditioning to help cool off.
We think it was only about 50 to 75 homes, so it wasn't a real large area. It probably was somewhere around 8 to 10 blocks total.
As the minutes passed, some began planning for a long ban on their AC. Jennifer Muzzy considered leaving home with her children.
I know there were evacuations pretty close by, but I just figured maybe we'll just try to wait it out and see, just keep tabs on the news and see what's happening.
At Shelby Simpkins' house, she and her family went to the store to prepare for a long heat wave. When they returned home around 5 this afternoon, they got the news they wanted. After 3 hours, they could flip their AC switch over to on.
Extremely thankful. I mean, I understand that there are people who live without air conditioning. However, it's one of those things that I just love coming home to. And fortunately, I get to turn my AC on.
My husband was grateful. He works as the letter carrier in Fort Wayne, and he didn't want to come home to a hot house. So he's grateful that I was able to turn it back on.
The Whitley County Jail was also under this ban. We're told it shut down its air conditioners for a couple hours, but the ban didn't affect other operations. Randy Spieth, News Channel 15.